We're going to do something a little bit different today. We are in Southland Park in 1977, contemporary, mid-century. We're definitely not flat roofs. We're definitely not in a string. And the theme of today's video is going to be, I don't want a flat roof, Alister. I don't want to live in a string. I would like something mid-century that I can make contemporary. What's a good base? Well, this is it. And this house in particular is brilliant because, as you can see, yes, we've been attacked by the 80s in a contractor grade kitchen. And so this would you change, obviously. There's a lot in this house. This house has probably the best bones I've seen on a house in a minute. It's a really good place to start. And you could live here while you do the work. So that's also good news, because there's nothing worse than having to, you go buy a house and then you're living somewhere else. It's nice to buy something and move in. In this house, you can do that. So, how we doing, folks? My name's Alister, your host, the Modernist. First things first, the listing agent, Anthony Tardevell. He is a fellow Windermere agent. So thank you, kind sir, for letting me film my house. I always love it when agents let me film, as you know, for viewers of the channel. But there we go. So let's get started on this kitchen, shall we? Because, oh boy, it's a kitchen. We'll give it that. Yeah. I just take the whole thing out, start over, and go contemporary. I mean, nothing says 80s. Just, this granite, rolled over edge, not my speed. And it doesn't belong in this house. This is actually a really good house. These were 77, like I said, Southland Park, this neighborhood off of Del Rio. They were the track home of their day, but they're just brilliant. They really and truly are. They've aged very well. I'm going to start. So they all have, there's multiple of them in this neighborhood. So for instance, let's go right out front. So they all have this archway, right, as you enter. If you can see that, it's just the coolest thing. And there's the neighborhood. We're actually on a court. But anyway, look at that. I mean, it's just, I love the archway. They all have that brick archway. Very mid-mod, in actual fact. Look at this. As you can see, very, very mid-mod. I do like it. What I don't like about this house is they all have these window guards. I don't know. Nothing says welcome like window guards. And same thing with the door. And there's no need for that stuff. The front door, again, I have no words. But it's all stuff to change it out. But that's what the purpose of today's video is, what you can do with this particular property. I mean, you've got a fireplace. The brick is painted. So yeah, we definitely sandblast that. Okay, you got amazing ceilings. They are popcorn, but that's very 70s. I would leave them in place. You got a beam running there. I'd probably unpopcorn the beam and make it wood again. You'll see these in this house. They're these Japanese shades. I really like them. We're going to go over, there's one section of this house that's just so cool. And those shades make the house. That is the primary bedroom up there. We'll talk about that. So let's go. So we've done the kitchen. You're going to come in. There's your front door, right? Kitchen is directly behind camera, that wall. So you're going to walk in, you go to your right, and then this essentially is living room, dining room, space. And then we're going to go left. We're going to go down this hallway in particular. So one of the complaints you get with mid-mods, especially early mid-mods, is no garage. It's only a carport. Well, in these houses, you do get a garage. This one has a ton of cabinets. I would redo them, make them more modern. And then obviously the garage floor, it's not epoxy painted. We all know how I feel about that. I would epoxy paint the garage floor. But then down this hallway is this, you got a closet, There's tons of closets in this house, by the way. There's one there. And there's another closet. Another one right there. Closet space everywhere. It's great. So this is a 3-bedroom house. And built-ins. Use that as an office. So what are we talking about with these screens? You ready? These are everywhere. Now these homes, not every model has this, I believe, in the neighborhood, but this one does. It's this kind of like courtyard, but it's completely enclosed. Those skylights, I would actually make them longer and then make them open. And then see this tiled floor? I would talk to an architect, get an engineer involved, and see what it would take to remove a portion of this, and like a string, create an atrium. This would become an indoor garden for me, and I'll show you why. But this would be absolutely brilliant. This has these sliders. This is a slider. There's a slider there. There's a slider there. That's the only slider I would keep. It has these Japanese slides on the inside doors. Keep those, but that is a bedroom, so I'd leave that slider. But I would remove the glass here and there and just use the Japanese slides. There is one missing, unfortunately, on this house, so you're going to need a carpenter to make you one. Not the end of the world. Any carpenter to do that. Bathroom. We have a downstairs. Full bath. There's a pocket door. See that? We love pocket doors. That's very original. Now there's a door for the toilet. I would remove that. It's just eating up space. Get it out. Maybe, as you can see, let's do this. So see this wall? I would just take this out, make this room one big cube. I would even, once this is gone, this sink, right? Make this a single sink and then move it over to that corner, put it there. And then you open up all this space. You've got a tub, do a shower. If there's room, if you can make it work, this bath, I would do a single sink, a toilet, a tub, and then like a stand-in shower if there's room. And the reason why, there's a closet here. That's also laundry room. I get it, so that's why I see that they have this door. But what are your chances you're really going to interrupt somebody going to the bathroom and you're doing the same time you're doing laundry? It's going to be minimal. So I really wouldn't stress about it. But or what you could do is move this laundry, maybe move it to the garage, and then really make this a really big bathroom and have a sink, a toilet, a tub, and a shower stall. Something to consider. Like I said, the theme of this video is what can you do with this house? Because the bones are amazing. And again, there's another closet right here, bed linen and towels. There's a bedroom over here. We're going to come back to this bedroom. This is another bedroom. Closet. Now, that is open up to that atrium. That's going to be your big, massive garden. So I would leave that slider, but I would keep the Japanese slider too. It just looks nice. But I would leave that glass slider. If anything, this, I would remove it and put it on the other side so it all matches the interior of that room. And then this keeps your privacy in here for a bedroom. So just a thought. So this bedroom. Now this bedroom, these houses don't have a lot of garden. They really don't. They have this outdoor space. It might be a little loud out here because there's an AC compressor. But see this? Someone's put this fake grass down. I'd rip that up. That is your neighbor's wall. It's not shared. There's a little side entrance. But there's a patio. It is covered. It's really neat. Now this house got a water heater. That was put in, what was that, May of 2024. So 2 years old. So another 20 years left on your water heater. So that's kind of nice. And then of course I replace it with a tankless, because that's what I like. Now we're gonna go upstairs. This house, it's not your Karen helicopter mom friendly, which probably explains why this house has been on the market for 50 plus days, because your 2 bedrooms are downstairs and your primary is upstairs. And I'm like, oh no, helicopter moms like to be right next to the babies. I don't know. I wasn't raised that way. Some people are. So anyway, so See those windows? I would keep those in the sense of the opening, but I would just make them clear. It would let more light in here, a lot. I would even consider doing skylights to really let some light into this upstairs, and then ceiling fans. Get rid of ceiling fans. God, I hate ceiling fans. A massive wall of closet. It is just, look at this, all the way across. It's huge. There's a balcony. Now, this is kind of fun. So that's a 50-year roof. This is what they look like close up. See them all the time, and I never get to get this close to them. I like 50-year roofs. They look good on certain types of houses. And on this type of house, they do look really good. Now, I said this house was built in 77, right? This is a very 70s thing. And the primary bedroom is the bathroom sink. How do we fix that? You could actually just wall that off and make, again, one big bathroom. Yeah, and you're not going to have a soaking tub up here, which I know a lot of people like that in a primary. You're just not. It's a shower stall and a toilet. But you could really create some, you'd probably figure out a way to get creative. Maybe you could do a tub and have it as a stand-in shower in the tub by moving the toilet to there, only doing a single sink. And then obviously you're going to make this wall over here. So you just create a very private bathroom in the primary suite. It's just a thought. Like I said, the point of this video is, what can you do with this house? And this house, the owners, like, they've got these Japanese screens, just, they're all over the place in this house. I like it. This is a very cool house. Floors, it is carpeted. It's the 70s. They all went carpet. A parquet the whole house. I really would. Kitchen, the lot, parquet floors. Now, this model home, like I said, I've been in several of these homes. See this door here? Okay, that is all your ancillaries. That's your heater and everything in there, furnace. It gets really hot, and you can feel it up on this level. So I would reconfigure this door and insulate it. Keep the heat behind this, because it definitely spills into this upstairs space, and it gets really hot up here. So probably the back side of this wall, I would look into insulating it a lot better and just keep the heat in that space, and not in the space you're living in. But there we go. So yeah, not a long video today, but like I said, the point of this video is just to go over, I don't want a flat roof. I don't want a string. But I want something contemporary. I want something mid-century. What are my options? This is one of those options. And there's plenty of these homes in this neighborhood, and it's Southland Park. It's really quiet down here, and it's a really, really pleasant place to live. So there we go, folks. Any questions? Let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, please. I really do appreciate it. Once again, my name is Alister, your host, the Modern Modernist. Be good to each other, humans, and have a great day.